I'm not normally a product review kind of guy. However, Vandoren has some new reeds. So let's check them out. So my reed journey started like a lot of people's with Rico Orange boxes. And then I moved on to the standard next upgrade, which was the Vandoren Blue boxes. When I started playing more jazz, I, of course, bought their jazz reed, the Java Greens. And even though they have several other kinds now, I pretty much stuck to Java Greens until basically I had kids. And when I had kids, my priorities changed. I needed something that was more consistent. I wasn't getting a lot of practice time, and so the time I had, I didn't want to spend filing reeds, trying to find something that worked, working on them, just fiddling with it. So I started experimenting with Legeres, and they didn't really all feel that good until the American Cuts came out. Once I tried the American Cut, it was the first one that felt something like the Java Greens. And at this point now, I've been playing them for about 5 years, and it's hard for me to go back to cane at this point. I play Legeres now on all of my horns. However, I still like Vandoren products. I have Vandoren ligatures for my alto and soprano. I play a Vandoren mouthpiece on soprano. For my money, they're your best value upgrade mouthpiece that you can hop on. And some people just play them forever. Bobby Watson, who I talk about all the time, plays a V16 mouthpiece, and he sounds phenomenal. So even though I'm happy with Legere, I was really excited when Vandoren announced these VK7s because I wanted to see if they could get something a little closer to how the green Javas were feeling for me. So I have both of them here. I bought them both recently. I thought, why not just try them back to back and give some people some comparisons, at least for how it's going for me. Now, unfortunately, my opinions were not paid for because no one would pay for them. However, I did order these from Sweetwater, so I was given free candy. The Legere American Cut came in at $37.99. Pretty standard price for them nowadays. Hopefully the tariffs don't hit too bad. The VK7 from Vandoren came in at $40. And so yeah, it's a little bit more, but when you consider that these last 3 months or more, it's kind of negligible. Now we're gonna get to the part where I play something. I'm gonna play like a ballad and like a standard. I don't know how helpful these are for people. I imagine that it's going to feel more different to me than it will ever sound to you on the other end of this, but we're still going to do it because why not? So yeah, they do sound different. Listening back, I got the VK7 in a 15 because I followed this chart here, and it said that size matched up with the 2 1/4 of the Legere American Cut that I have been playing. However, I will say that it was much stiffer than the American Cut, maybe a full 1/4 to 1/2 strength stronger than the Legere. But if I held them up like on a flat surface, it's hard to see here, but you could really see how much the ramp just drastically goes down quicker on the American Cut than it does on the Vandoren. That's why I recorded one take on the 6 mouthpiece. I happen to have 2 of the same model of mouthpiece, so I just thought I'd go down a size just to see how it felt. It still felt pretty stiff. Overall, I would say that it felt a lot like a Legere signature in that it's kind of flat and uniform. It's really smooth against your lip, and it's kind of stiff across the whole body of the reed, where the American Cut Legeres, they have this stiff heart. The rails of it thin out really fast, and so it gets really thin, and you can really, emote with it, and that's kind of what I like about those reeds the most. I thought that the Vandoren had like a really bright, really focused sound like a Legere signature has. Even though the American Cut is a softer reed, it was a softer sound, which is not normally what I think. Normally I think that you get edgier when you have a softer reed, but it wasn't the case in this instance. So I guess my final thoughts, do I think it's a good reed? Yes. I think that it's a nice product. I'm glad that Vandoren is coming along and putting out something for the synthetic reed-minded person. I feel like we're just going to be going more and more to that because the consistency is hard to beat. Do I think that these specific ones are for me? No, probably not. The American Cut is much closer to matching that saxophone sound in my head that I try to hit. Do I think they're for somebody? Probably. Reeds are so personal. It's such a personal feel thing. We all have that sound that we're chasing. The VK7 might be right for you, but I'm probably going to stick with my Legeres. So that's just one guy's 2 cents from his basement. So take it easy.